Hello Capricorn, this is your November general reading. This is Mr. Blue 2 Tarot, and we want to find out what November has in store for you. Again, this is a general reading, so this is good for Capricorn if this is your sun, moon, or ascendant. Some people are cross-watchers, they read like all of them. I think pretty much it's those predominantly three signs, your sun, your moon, and your ascendant, where you should keep an eye if they happen to be in Capricorn. And this is kind of a new channel. I just started it like right around the turn of last year. So please like, share, comment, hit the notification bell. I'm doing daily readings also for love and money, and they have a little bit of numerology. They're just short, kind of fun readings to find out what the vibe is for the following day. So, of course, if you hit the notification bell, you will get to have an update when I download or upload a new video, and you can check it out. So, Capricorn, you Capricorns have had a lot of planetary stuff going on. You've had both Saturn and Jupiter, and I think sometimes Pluto and the North Node going through your sign. And Saturn zipped into Aquarius for a while, and then it zipped back into Capricorn. So that can be kind of twofold. It can be kind of like sweet and sour, or bittersweet. It's like a lot of good things happening, but a lot of things that you don't need anymore being stripped away. So let's find out what November has in store for you. Okay, futility, see? Seven of Swords. So there's something you've been putting some energy into here that, again, that's Saturn. That's like a Saturn energy. That's like a letting go, futility. Okay, so there is something that's the moon in Aquarius, and those two things don't really mix. Aquarius it's air. It's associated with the subconscious coming into the conscious mind. However, it's kind of more mental. It's as far as like things that we do in life becoming automatic. You'll see the sign of the moon over there at the top, and then you see Aquarius. And it's like the main sword is pointing up towards the moon, and then these other swords are kind of coming down. But instead of being tip to tip and balancing, it's kind of like the one sword is piercing through the other sword. So that tells me that there's kind of something that, and the Fool, wow, that you have to let go of, and then the Fool, you see, take off in a new direction. So when you let go of something, right, then it puts you into Fool energy, because you have to kind of let go and then just go into the unforeseen, into something new, uncharted territory, or just an area you haven't been putting your energy into. Traditionally, the Fool card, it will show like a person with their knapsack, traveling light, and they're like sauntering next to a river with alligators or toxic snakes or something, and it has like a two meaning, where it's kind of like, well, some would say you need to be really careful. What are you doing just heading off into the unknown? But the other energy is that, sometimes the more you hang on to, including fear and doubt, that is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and that in itself is damaging and dangerous. So I would say when you let go of something, it's like if you don't have a job, or you lost your job, or you quit your job, well, don't focus on the past. Just look forward, aim, and go, Eventually, you're going to find that opening, that open door will present itself to you, okay? So Fool energy is good. Yeah, see, Nine of Swords. Something was difficult. Something, that's more of that Saturn energy. 7-9, 5-7-9 is Saturn energy. Now, the thing about the 7 and the 9 is that they don't have this connotation that they're being done by someone else. They're more like you need to take personal responsibility for things that didn't work out. In a way, you don't want to focus on the negative, but at the same time, being blaming. These swords are like kind of dipped in red, but it's like the red is dripping. It's like cruelty. But I feel like it's self-imposed, knowing Capricorns. I think Capricorns kind of sometimes can bring a lot of that on themselves. They're kind of like what's happening with your planets, Jupiter and Saturn. Capricorn people tend to be kind of a combination of it. And traditionally in the tarot, Capricorn is represented by the devil or the goat, right? And so I think sometimes, you have to pay attention to what power you're connecting with within you, because you have more than one. You have positive energy and, a positive outlook way when you want to, but you also have that dark side that sometimes you give into. So I want to say, with everything going on, you know, be cautious about the energy. I've told you this before, Capricorn, and it's not because I don't love Capricorns. It's funny, people don't know this. We have the Hangman here too, but I'm going to tell you guys in this reading. My father was a Capricorn. My grandfather was a Capricorn. My great grandfather was a Capricorn, and my first partner was a Capricorn. So, for some reason, all the people, or at least all the women, and myself, who's kind of androgynous, with so much water, I have 3 water signs right up. I have 4 planets in water signs, but no, I have 5, because one in Pisces, 1 in Scorpio, or Neptune in Scorpio, and then 3 or 4 in Cancer, depending who you listen to. Anyway, so I'm kind of as far as things go, I'm an expert on Capricorns, or Capricorn men, shall we say. But I've had a lot of very, very close women friends who are Capricorns. And if you're out there watching this, Natalie, I love you. Natalie in Texas is a Capricorn. She's born on Christmas Day, and she is fabulous. She is just an amazing person, and I love her so much. So hi, Natalie. Okay, next, you have the Fool, and then you have the Hangman energy. So that's interesting. So it's like you take off in a new direction, but I think in a way, certain things are just not being allowed to manifest right now for you. Okay, and that might be part of the Saturn. Maybe not enough has been stripped away. Jupiter is there, and the Hangman doesn't say that it's not happening. The Hangman says it's not happening right away. For some reason, it's not supposed to happen instantly. It's gonna be whenever it's gonna be, and there are things we can't control. And of course, Capricorns love to control things, right? They're very good at planning and tending to things and making things happen, you see. Okay, after that comes the Prince of Wands. So that can be new job, new career. The world sees you in a different place. And for some of you, this has to do with love. The Prince of Wands. This is a fire sign, okay? That's an Aries. It is a Sagittarius or a Leo. So this is young energy. So it doesn't mean that the prince isn't necessarily always young. Look at Prince Charles. He's older than I am. He should be a king, but he's not. He's stuck in a prince mode. So the prince just means someone is kind of unencumbered. They can be divorced kind of, a while ago. They're not hanging on to it. The prince is free, right? There's an independence to him. He's beating to his own drum. He's doing what he wants. He's off in any direction. He kind of follows his heart. He can be not spontaneous like a sword, but just, I'm going to do this. He puts his mind to it. He's unencumbered by a lot of things, baggage, emotions, things of that nature. So for a lot of you, there's a Prince of Wands coming. And you see that? So after that Hangman, after going in a new direction and kind of experiencing some kind of loss or heartbreak or whatever that is, something that didn't work out, you take off in this new direction, you get that Hangman, okay, who says, wait a minute, it's not ready. The floodgates haven't opened yet, okay? But all of a sudden, here comes the Prince of Wands, and here comes the Six of Discs. This is success. It's good money. It's money flowing. Now, I think they're about to do a stimulus package. So I think for a lot of people, this can mean that that's really going to kind of happen in November after the election. All of a sudden, boom, there's going to be increases in unemployment, stimulus payments, more loans for small business if you want to open a business, more opportunities. Whatever happens, real estate will all of a sudden, be more lucrative. Stocks will go up, hopefully, depending how things go. And so with the six, it's not so much that you're recognized for your work, it's that you're rewarded for your work. And let's face it, Capricorns love their work. They'll pick the money over the recognition most of the time. Of course, you love recognition. It's not that you don't have an ego, because Capricorns definitely have an ego. They like to have their moments in the sun. They like to be the star sometimes. And believe me, when they are, they can dazzle, right? You can definitely dazzle them when you want. Most of the Capricorns I know, when they go out socially, when they turn it on and they charm everyone, everyone loves them. You know, my father was a total asshole in a lot of ways, but everyone loved him. He would go out. He always knew what to say and what not to say. You know, very good in business, very good at dealing with managers, people at large, very good at knowing how to make people like you. So you have all that great success and energy. It sounds like coming up a little bit closer to your birthday. Prince of Swords, see messages. So here's the thing. Keep track of your emails. Keep after your mail. I know sometimes you don't like to do the detail work when it comes to some of the paperwork and stuff like that. You can be kind of cluttery sometimes. Some of you, not all of you, depends on your other planets and so forth. But you know, the attention to detail is what, well, there's two things, because it is a Prince of Swords. For some of you, this is the Prince of Swords coming, the air sign, the action man, okay? And for others of you, this is saying, pay attention to your emails, to your mail, to paperwork, to messages on social media. If you are on LinkedIn or Indeed or any of these places, make sure and stay on top of that stuff, okay? And also, don't just stay on top of stuff. Also, you know, there's a lot of people in this time who are trying to take advantage of people, get your identity, find out your address, dox people. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on also, because it's just such a radical time. So there's two warnings with this. Keep track of everything. Cross your T's, dot your I's. Make sure that, you know, that you haven't just done the work on a bigger scale, but also the attention to detail, because sometimes, you know, something's supposed to happen and then there's something else you needed to do. You know, you need to send something in, you needed to respond to an email, to a message, to a phone call, okay? So stay on top of all that stuff too, because there is just really, really good things happening after this hangman lets up on you, okay? And then, okay, truce, Two of Swords. Four of Swords. See, a period of rest. So when you do all that stuff, what's going to happen is there's going to be kind of like a break in the war, in a sense, you know. There's a time where you get to kick back. It's like, okay, things are good. I get to take a breather, you know. I get to have, like, maybe you're not going somewhere on vacation, but it's like you get to take a break. You get to have a vacation. And this is good timing because it's coming right before your birthday, right? November. You guys have a birthday coming up not too long after November, usually December or January. And so the truce card comes up. So you see, when you do all that, there's going to be good money. There's going to be a chance to catch your breath, to let things kind of resonate and be good. Let's see what else you need to know for November. Is there anything else besides these two princes? Oh no, I'm sorry. This is the Princess of Swords and the Prince of Wands. Oh my gosh, I'm not wearing my glasses. Okay, I take that back. Okay, so if you're looking for male energy, it's the fire energy that's gonna be prominent, and if you're looking for female energy, it's the Princess of Swords that's gonna be prominent, okay? Wow, I'm so glad I saw that. I just would hate to be wrong. And of course I could be wrong. Some of you have so many different things going on. But you see this? Yellow, happiness. This is the Three of Wands. The Thoth deck calls this virtue. I don't call it really a card of virtue. It's not an even card, but there is a balance. It's like one of the wands is centered, it's straight up, and the other two are kind of crossing, so there is some balance. You'll see at the bottom there's the little Aries sign here. Okay, that's associated with that fire energy. Okay, so you see, like I said, use your higher self. That's what brings on this Six of Discs right here. If not, the Emperor will be mad at you. We've got the Emperor energy, and that, of course, could be you. That could have you being in emperor, that could be you, because I think of him as earthly. Some people call the emperor, they say it's Aries, because traditionally, usually you see kind of the horns of Aries. Here you see it as Aries. However, it's a 4, and 4 is associated with earth, solid. So I think a 4 can be, I think of 4s as Capricorns, usually more than Aries, but he can be Aries. Okay, so the Emperor is there, but we've got the 5 of Wands too. Change, strife. So I think you had a couple of 5s in here, didn't you? You had was it the 5 of Swords in here somewhere? Let's look here. Where was that? Where was it? Oh, maybe it wasn't. Nope, you had the 7 and the 9. Okay, so you do have so yeah. So really strongly, this card, this 5 card, is that part of your life that you're letting go of. You see, that 5, that's that Saturn energy. Okay, so again, things you have to let go of, and there could be more things you have to let go of. You could be letting go of things, manifesting new things, and then there's even more things that you have to let go of, right, as they come. Until Saturn leaves, he's going to continue to clean out areas of your life. Could be roommate, it could be your closet, it could be that your car is not great. There's a lot of different things that have to be stripped away. That's what Saturn does. Saturn doesn't come for a week. Saturn stays in your sign for a very long time and does his work. It's like you're shedding skin in some aspect there, okay? So the thing is, when you know that and you're expecting it, it's not painful, right? It's kind of like, it's not like a shot where if they surprise you, it's better. No. It's like when okay, there could be things, I'm thinking things are going to change. Now you're thinking positively, right? I said be positive and so forth. But part of being positive is being proactive and knowing that, that life is cyclical, right? And so that things will be in motion. And you see that? And then the Ace of Swords, clear thought, cutting right through everything, and getting that happiness, that illumination, and setting forward on that new clear path that you want to be on. Okay, so that is your November reading. I think there's someone out there named Michelle who's a Capricorn too, and she's always nice and commenting. So Michelle, I hope this was a accurate reading. Tell me, guys, if it was an accurate reading or not. Okay, I would love to know. And sometimes, if you watch your video early on in the month or right before the month, and then again at the end of the month, you can kind of look and go, okay, was that this? Was this that? And that's really cool too, because then you can actually see if the reading, if the energies I was pulling through really kind of were significant for you and work for you. Okay, so a lot of fire energy there, Princess of Sword energy. So there are a couple people coming. I wouldn't say this was a major love reading, but this was a general reading. We weren't asking for love, but again, certain things are going to be pulling away. There is some change, there's some Mercury, there's some spinning of things. So a little bit of shedding of skin still. Saturn is still there with you, okay? But new opportunities, take off like the Fool, okay? Try not to take any baggage, especially negative baggage, with you, and move forward. Be virtuous, okay? The Virtue card. Know that certain things that you start and certain things that you kind of put a little energy into, it doesn't mean they're not going to work just because they don't happen in an instant. Don't be discouraged by that. There's that Hangman energy. Hangman energy keeps things in a holding pattern. The horse behind the starting gate for a little while. And then all of a sudden, boom, it will just be like release. And then there's the energy of people. The Princess of Swords, that Prince of Wands. Was it the Prince of Wands? 6 of Discs, some money flowing in. A little bit of break, a little bit of peace. And I think that will be well deserved and well needed for you guys. And then as you move towards your birthday month, tons of clarity. The Ace of Swords, okay? This is clarity. It's cutting through the BS. It's being centered, being focused, really being clear in your mind. When you get that Ace of Swords and you get that clarity and you've made sense of it all and you've let go of all that other stuff, what happens is success is imminent. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. I do daily readings. Hit that notification bell and you can hear the daily love and money readings and find out if those are in sync with your energy too. So I love you all, and check in every day and every month. I'm probably going to do a November love reading too. So that will be like an overall monthly reading for the signs. Okay? All right. Take care.